Hey, what's up guys? This is Amber with Helps 2. Before we get started today, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on social media at Helps 2 Media. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about tips to stay focused when you work remotely. So here at Helps 2, we are a remote company. We have employees that are all across the U.S. and I personally am from Tulsa, Oklahoma, even though we are based in Kansas City, and I come to Kansas City every now and then. I work remotely from Tulsa, and so I want to give you 3 tips today of how you can work more effectively when you're working from home. So the first tip, I'm going to jump right in, is have one day of the week where you don't work. Now, some of you, when you work remotely, may have a set schedule, so this isn't really up to you of how you do it. But a lot of times when you're working remotely, especially when you're working for yourself as a creative, you make your own schedule. And so this is something that has really helped me as someone who gets to make my own schedule when I work remotely, is I don't let myself work every single day of the week. If you work every single day of the week, then it doesn't really give yourself time to process and do other things. You need rest to be able to process. And so I suggest taking at least one day off per week where you're not working, not even checking emails, not doing anything, just taking a day to rest and to not think about what needs to get done for work. My second tip is to have a designated place in your house for work. And this is something that I strongly suggest, is that it isn't your bed. A lot of people have really nice, elaborate home offices, but if that's not the case for you, even just your dining room table is great. You know, I love to work from my living room, from the couch, you know, but just make sure that you have one spot that you have as your mental headspace of, this is where I go to work. Because whenever you're in a space wherever you usually rest or do recreational things and you try to take your work into that space, your mind is thinking of other things. You're thinking of, you know, resting, or you're thinking of doing fun things or doing other things, watching TV, whatever it is. So having a space that's specifically for you for working is really helpful when you're working from home. And my third and final tip is to have a specific goal of how much you want to work per day if you're trying to get a certain amount done per week. So if you are in charge of your own schedule and figuring it out yourself, and you know, I need to get this much done per week, then it's best to divide up your time into slots. And so I personally like to try and get about 1 to 3 hours done per day, depending on the week and depending on my workload that week. And so you can just take your schedule, take what you need to get done that week, and try to divide it up and decide specific times too, when you want to start and when you want to end. I want to start at noon and I want to end at 3 p.m., you know, and so then you have in your mind, this is how long I'm going to work, so that you're not getting distracted with other things, and then you come back and the whole day's over and you didn't get anything done. And so those are my tips. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and we'll see you next time.